Our third contestant, Lucretia Cardenas. Real time versus Mexi time. Real time versus Mexi time. Lucretia Cardenas.
When somebody tells me that they're going to pick me up at a certain time, I believe them. Well, at least I used to. 6 years ago, I had just gotten out of a college class, and I was waiting for my hot new boyfriend to come and pick me up. I waited. I didn't want to be that nagging new girlfriend that keeps calling all the time, so I waited. After an hour passed, I thought it was okay to give him a call. Hey, so, you still planning to pick me up? Oh, yeah. I'll be there in a minute. So I waited. Another hour went by. Hey, yeah, you sure you're still gonna come by? Because the buses are gonna stop here in a little bit. Oh, yeah. I'm out the door. I'll be there in a bit. Well, the buses stopped running. I called my cousin to come and pick me up and take me back to my apartment. 6 hours after he had said he would come and pick me up, I hear on my door. There he is, all smiles. No sign that he could have done anything wrong. I was infuriated, but he couldn't understand. It just went right over his head. After a few more instances, I realized that this hot Mexican American did not have a time clock. It was not there internally, nor did he have the sense to look at his watch, or his cell phone, or the microwave. Oh no. I thought maybe he's just like this is a one-time instance in life. But as we kept on dating, and he became my fiancé, I met his Mexican-American friends and family. It wasn't just him. It was genetic. For instance, he invited me to go to church with him, to his uncle's church, a Mexican-American church. Now, they have the service time on the sign outside the church. It says 10 o'clock. It's also printed in the newspaper, 10 o'clock. So he says we could leave the house at 10 o'clock and be there in plenty of time. I said that was ridiculous. I've been going to church all my life. You got to show up at least a little early. You got to greet people, use the restroom, find a pew. These are things that take time. We left at 9:50. We got to the church. No one was there. Not even his uncle, the pastor. So we took a seat. And we waited. 10:30, few little people started trickling in. 11:30, his uncle finally gets up in front of the congregation and says, well, it looks like we've got everyone that's going to come today, so let's get started. I just wasted an hour and a half of my life in a pew. I turn to my fiancé now, and I look at him, and he just stares back at me with the I told you so grin. Well, I kind of caught on by the time our wedding came around. I ordered 2 sets of wedding invitations. One with the correct time for my family and friends, one with a half hour earlier for his family. Now, I want to make sure that all of you don't get caught in similar situations, so I'm going to kind of fill you in on a few pointers. It starts with the terminology. Now, if a Mexican American tells you that something's going to happen in a minute, they do not mean 60 seconds. Absolutely not. They mean more around 1 to 2 hours. If a Mexican American tells you it's going to be a bit, we're not talking about a short segment of time. We're probably talking more like around 3 or 4 hours. And if a Mexican American says soon, it'll happen soon. I'll do it soon. It's more like when I get to it, I'll do it. Now, and also if a Mexican American ever in the sentence uses later, such as, we'll go do that later, please expect that to never happen. Just cross it off your to-do list. Now, this type of thinking also lends itself to no planning. So you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared that whatever you were planning to do just never happens. Or you need to be prepared for whatever Now they planned to do this at 5 a.m. in the morning, the day of. They did prepare a little bit. They got the essentials, the fajita, the beer, the bait. We head out there, we're fishing all day long. Now as the sun starts to go down, we decided, well, it might be a good time to pack things up, make the mile trek back through the woods to the car. They decided to keep fishing. Well, the sun goes down, we can't make the trek back now, and they decide to spend the night. Nobody planned to spend the night. So I took the trash bags that we had, tore them apart, laid them down. That was our mattress. And then we collected some firewood. We ate the fajitas, they drank plenty of beer. At that time, the ground was soft to them. It wasn't to me, though. So I kept tending to the fire, which was our only salvation from the mosquitoes. And through the evening, some buzzards came around, so I kind of shooed them off so we wouldn't be there at dinner. And by the morning, I woke up after this extra long fishing trip, and I thought, you know, I'm irritated, I'm tired, I'm sore, but they have taught me a lesson, so I'm not going to be angry. And one reason I realized I shouldn't be angry is I kind of should expect these things by now. And second, I realized they taught me that I really can survive on nothing. And if it really gets to that point, timing, scheduling, clocks, I don't think they're going to mean a darn thing